So the Steelers finally went ahead and signed Aaron Rodgers. Now, let's talk about it because at the end of the day, does this make the Steelers better? Yes. Makes them better than having Mason Rudolph as a starting quarterback. But in all honesty, I still feel like Will Howard, if you watch him in college, you know, he's an amazing quarterback. I feel like Will Howard, even if you just started him, I know Mike Tomlin would never, he would be better than Aaron Rodgers and Mason Rudolph. He would probably start slow, but I think he would get to a point by the end of the season where he would be a really good quarterback. So that's why I don't like the fact the Steelers took Will Howard, because I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in this last draft. Beside the point. Aaron Rodgers, if he stays healthy, I think he'll be better than he was with the Jets, but he'll be like a Russell Wilson, and that's really what it is. It's to a point where does it elevate them in the same amount? No. It's better than what they had, but it's not like it's the best thing possible. Am I scared of Aaron Rodgers? Absolutely no. Maybe back in the day, maybe back a couple, give us 5 years ago. Yeah, okay, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, absolutely. But nowadays, not really. We'll see if he can survive, because he does have to play that Cleveland Browns defensive line. And that Browns defensive line now has Mason Graham and Myles Garrett. So if he could survive that, I'll be heavily surprised. Now, I will say to the Steelers here, the George Pickens situation is even worse for you. So George Pickens recently came out and said he forced a trade out of Pittsburgh, and that Pittsburgh wanted to keep him. They did not want to trade him. He forced his way out. And if it was up to them, they would have kept him. So that's even worse, because having George Pickens and DK Metcalf, well, yes, toxicity levels would be an all high, and obviously Aaron Rodgers also an all-time high toxicity levels. I can't imagine that offense would still be good. That offense would be a lot better than it is now, right? I think Robert Woods still a decent receiver. Calvin Austin, a little bit of an up-and-comer. DK Metcalf, when he's not on his mental head case, he's a great receiver, but he is a mental head case, and that's just kind of how it is. And again, I'm trying to give a non-biased point of view here, more just like a strategic point of view. So, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from Steelers fans, but I don't really care. Again, you guys have the best coach to deal with something like this. Mike Tomlin is great at dealing with head cases, so it's really going to come down to how that ends up working out. Maybe Mike Tomlin will get fired. Maybe your GM will get fired, and Aaron Rodgers will take over and become the head coach and GM. And maybe that's the new thing. You want to fire your head coach and GM, you hire Aaron Rodgers, and he ends up doing it. You guys will go 9-8. It will be a 9-8 record for the Steelers yet again. I don't think this elevates them to above a 9-8 record. I don't think this elevates them to below. Again, Mike Tomlin will Mike Tomlin. That's pretty much how I look at this. I'm not scared of this from a Bengals point of view. I'm not. I don't think the Ravens should be scared of this one. I don't think any team in the AFC North is going to be scared of the Steelers getting Aaron Rodgers. As I said before, if Will Howard started, I would be more scared. I would be a lot more scared if they went with Will Howard. Because I truly believe he is that good of a quarterback. Obviously, he'll take some time, but I think he's that good. Aaron Rodgers, come on, man. Like, you guys finally got this whole thing done. And yes, I watched like 16 videos from Urinating Tree talking about this and kind of hearing his point of view, and he's not happy. And I don't really blame him. I don't really blame him. I think for the most part, if you're a Steelers fan, this should be a situation where you're probably not that happy. Because this is not a situation where you're going to elevate yourself that much. So, Aaron Rodgers, folks. I'm still scared of their defense. In all honesty, their defense is what scares me. It's Aaron Rodgers does not, but their defense does. Derek Harmon, he's still going to be an absolute unit. The fact they got him still breaks my heart because I was really hoping we would get him. Darius Slay, I'm not too scared about. Corey Trice, the one who likes to talk crap about Jamar Chase. Good luck, Corey Trice, on that one. Yeah, tick off Jamar Chase, see how that works out. But, yeah, again, like I said, going through the other rosters real fast. Let's go to the Brownies. Mason Graham and Myles Garrett. That's the situation where Aaron Rodgers is going to have to beat. He's going to have to survive those two guys. And that's easier said than done. I don't know how long he's going to survive those two guys and whether or not he's going to, take an injury. We'll see. Obviously, we never want injury ever, no matter who the player is. But, yeah. So, looks like the Steelers play the Browns week 6. So, week 1, he plays the Jets. Come on, man. Jets don't have anyone that good. They actually have a good defense, honestly. Wait, hold up. Let me just pull up the teams. Let's do this in a professional manner. Let's go to defensively. Quinnen Williams is pretty good. Will McDonald is actually underrated. Okay, I take that back. They actually have a decent defensive line. When I say that, I mean they don't have someone like a Nick Bosa. Okay, they don't have someone like a Myles Garrett. That's who I meant when I say they don't have anyone good. I meant they don't have anyone at the top of the list, okay? They have good players. They just don't have anyone at the top. Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy II. Oh, they got D-Law now. I forgot about that. So they played Seahawks week 2. Okay. Patriots week 3, Vikings week 4. Denell Hunter, Vikings. Should be good. Then they play Myles Garrett and Mason Graham. They play Trey Hendrickson if he plays. Packers don't really have a pass rush. It's really the biggest issue they have. They play the Colts, Chargers, Bengals. I mean, honestly, he isn't playing like the best of the best when it comes to the best defensive lines possible. He actually might cook a little bit because these defensive lines are not that scary. Ironically enough, I mean, Browns defensive line is scary. Matabuke is scariest there. Obviously, he has to play the Lions. That's gonna be tough because they have I cannot think of his name. Lions left end, Aiden Hutchinson. Wow. Dolphins, Ravens again, Bills. Bills got Joey Bosa now. They should be good there. Bears always have a good defensive line. Bengals, Chargers. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, he might actually survive this year. They're not playing anyone too crazy. Obviously, the Browns twice, but still. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace out.